Welcome everyone to what is unquestionably one of the most surprising, thrilling, and culturally powerful moments in modern tennis history. We are witnessing a situation developing right now in the California desert that has tournament officials, seasoned analysts, and fans around the world absolutely amazed. Indian Wells, a competition proudly regarded as the unofficial fifth Grand Slam, is going through a dramatic transformation in its vibe, its crowd makeup, and its overall intensity. The entire Indian Wells tennis garden is in disbelief, and the reason is a young, extraordinarily gifted player from the Philippines. Thousands upon thousands of Alexandra Eala's supporters have poured into California, determined to pack the stadium, creating an unmatched wave of backing that is on the verge of turning this iconic American tournament into a home arena for the Southeast Asian star. To fully grasp the scale of what is unfolding in the Coachella Valley, we must understand the event's traditional setting. Historically, Indian Wells draws a refined, quiet, and classic tennis audience. It has long been a sanctuary for purists who sit calmly beneath the desert sun, offering respectful applause for exceptional shot-making. Yet today, the scene along Interstate 10 paints a completely different picture. Reports are coming in of miles-long traffic jams, not from typical desert visitors, but from convoys decorated in the bright blue, red, white, and yellow of the Philippine flag. This is more than spectators. This is a movement. The massive Filipino-American community, with deep established roots across Southern California, from Los Angeles to San Diego, has rallied in a way professional tennis has rarely experienced. Tickets have been purchased at a record-breaking speed, overwhelming resale markets and sparking chaos at ticket counters. The grounds are evolving into a colorful, thunderous display of national pride, similar to the charged atmospheres normally associated with Davis Cup finals or major international soccer tournaments, rather than a WTA event staged in the American desert. For those just discovering this surge of excitement, you may wonder why the support for this young athlete feels so intense. Alexandra Eala is more than a rising prospect. She is a pioneer, representing the athletic dreams of over 100 million people. Born in Quezon City, she began a journey few from her nation have attempted, leaving home at a young age to train thousands of miles away at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain. She became the first Filipino player to capture a junior Grand Slam singles championship, achieving that milestone at the US Open. Yet junior triumph does not automatically translate into professional glory, and the leap to the women's circuit is famously unforgiving. Still, Eala has maneuvered through that demanding path with calm, relentless focus, competing in lower-tier ITF tournaments in lesser-known locations without fanfare, simply to earn the ranking points needed to reach this stage. Now, at Indian Wells, she is no longer a quiet contender on outside courts. She is the headline attraction. The astonishment spreading through the Indian Wells establishment is obvious. Organizers and security teams are rushing to adapt to an environment they never anticipated. The electricity is contagious. Merchandise stands are selling out. Practice courts are crowded beyond capacity just to glimpse her training, and the usual soft hum of the tennis garden has been replaced by rhythmic chants, drums, and pure celebration. This degree of passion is rare in tennis. We have briefly witnessed it with stars like Naomi Osaka and during unforgettable breakthroughs by emerging icons. But the unity of the Filipino fanbase behind Alexandra Eala feels uniquely heartfelt. It reflects years of observing one of their own endure sacrifice, persevere, and finally challenge the upper levels of a sport historically dominated by Europe and the United States. What we are seeing is only the surface of a broader narrative about globalization in athletics, the strength of diaspora communities, and the undeniable brilliance of a young competitor ready to disrupt the tennis hierarchy. Examining how she commands this spotlight requires analyzing her playing style, which blends traditional resilience with contemporary power. Eala is left-handed, immediately granting her a strategic edge. Her serve naturally swings away from a right-handed opponent's backhand on the ad court, and she has sharpened this weapon with precision. Beyond the serve, her heavy topspin forehand stands out, developed under the guidance of coaches at the Rafa Nadal Academy and influenced by Rafael Nadal himself. The shot leaps aggressively off the surface, pushing rivals behind the baseline and controlling rally patterns. Unlike players who depend solely on spin, she also owns a flat, forceful two-handed backhand that allows her to redirect down the line with impressive speed and accuracy. Combining a heavy forehand with a penetrating backhand makes her adaptable across surfaces, and Indian Wells is particularly suited to her strengths. The courts are slow, high-bouncing hard courts, where the gritty texture enhances topspin, causing the ball to jump above opponents' strike zones, while the dry desert air helps shots move swiftly, adding extra sting to her aggression. Yet physical ability represents only part of professional success. The psychological strength required to enter a packed stadium carrying a nation's expectations is enormous. Many young talents have faltered beneath such weight. What distinguishes Eala is her composed presence. Between points, she demonstrates veteran calmness. On breakpoints, she follows routines methodically, bouncing the ball with focus before executing her plan. This resilience stems from facing national pressure from an early age. Being labeled the future of Philippine tennis at 14 forced rapid maturity. Every junior contest was dissected by media, every win celebrated nationwide, every loss scrutinized intensely. She has been shaped by expectation, so the roaring crowd in California becomes motivation rather than distraction. Within the current WTA landscape, her emergence is timely. The tour features established powers such as Iga Swiatek, whose movement and spin dominate clay, and heavy hitters like Aralina Sabalenka and Elena Rybakina, capable of overwhelming opponents. Yet beneath the top tier exists volatility, offering opportunity for ambitious newcomers. Eala presents a complex challenge because she defies simple categorization. She is neither a pure power striker nor strictly a defensive retriever. She adapts strategically, grinding from deep with high looping shots when necessary, or stepping forward to strike early and seize time away from rivals. This versatility will face a stern examination in a draw filled with elite competitors from the opening round. But the crowd's presence could prove decisive. Tennis can be isolating. Momentum shifts can feel crushing in silence. However, against Eala, each opponent error triggers explosive cheers. Each winner she strikes generates thunderous noise, creating psychological strain for anyone across the net. That backing can revive energy when fatigue sets in, transforming supporters into active participants who provide emotional lift for her and added pressure for opponents. Beyond competition, the cultural and financial ramifications are substantial. The WTA continually seeks global expansion, especially within Asia. While China and Japan have produced champions and hosted major events, Southeast Asia remains largely untapped. Eala represents access to a passionate audience. The Philippines has a history of uniting behind its heroes, as seen when boxing legend Manny Pacquiao captivated the nation during his fights. Traffic halted, crime dipped, and citizens collectively watched. Eala is inspiring similar devotion. For Indian Wells organizers, this surge means significant revenue through tickets, concessions, and merchandise, while amplifying international prestige. Images of Filipino fans waving flags, singing, and filling the venue will circulate worldwide, reinforcing tennis as a global sport rather than an exclusive pastime. Brands will recognize her marketing appeal as a poised, talented athlete, bridging Western competition and Eastern pride. Her visibility also carries grassroots impact in the Philippines, where sports like basketball, boxing, and badminton often dominate due to tennis costs, limited facilities, and financial barriers. Exposure can reshape aspiration. When young viewers in Manila or Cebu see her competing before massive crowds, belief grows. Participation is likely to rise, investment in infrastructure may follow, and a generation could model their games after her topspin and determination. Her journey also reflects a strong support network. Professional tennis demands coaches, trainers, and family commitment. The sacrifices made by her family, including relocating and entrusting her development to the Rafa Nadal Academy, required courage and faith. This moment among thousands of compatriots validates those decisions. The Academy deserves recognition for refining not only her strokes, but her professionalism, physical management, and champion mentality. Combining ideal playing conditions, mental toughness, diaspora backing, and cultural significance creates a narrative far larger than a tournament. It is about representation, global connection, and a young athlete embracing destiny. The reverberations through Indian Wells mark only the beginning. The tennis world is on alert. A new competitor has arrived, accompanied by national pride. Each match becomes a fusion of sport and identity. Regardless of final results, her impact is already undeniable. She has captured global attention, highlighted the potential of the Southeast Asian market, and demonstrated the loyalty of Filipino supporters. Whether you are a long-time tennis enthusiast or new viewer, this is a moment worth following. You are observing the rise of a worldwide